Hi, I'm Ashwant. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and also welcome to the Interview Mantra playlist. Today we have Harika with us. She is currently working as a senior systems engineer at Infosys. So today she is going to share her interview experience with Infosys and her work experience with Infosys so far. So today, like people who are willing to join Infosys, you will get many benefits. Out of this video. So hi Harika, welcome to my Interview Mantra playlist. Thanks for accepting my invite. So how are you doing now?
Yeah, hi, Shwan. Good morning. Yeah, I'm doing good. And how about you?
I'm doing good.
Okay. Okay.
So can you briefly introduce about like what you are doing now, and I have briefly gave an intro of you, like you are working as a senior systems engineer at Infosys. So what actually you do at Infosys?
Yeah. Okay. I'm currently working as senior system engineer in Infosys,
Okay.
and it is my first time. I'm basically 2018 passed out with EC background, not CSE. I was studying this word.
Okay.
I'm with EC background. Okay. I have selected to Infosys through off campus. Um, It is not on placement in our college.
Okay.
I've selected through off campus.
Good to hear from you, Harika. So can you share your interview experience with Infosys, like how it all started from day one of your preparation to getting placed into Infosys?
Okay. Yeah, as I mentioned, I'm ECE background.
Okay.
Ours is purely different compared to CSE kind of jobs, like IT kind of jobs. Ours is purely ECE stretched jobs, like
Okay.
based BLSA kind of jobs. But from starting itself, I have an idea to go with software kind of jobs compared to hardware.
Okay.
So for the first 2 years of my BTech, I was concentrated on my subject knowledge. And coming to the third and fourth years, I started concentrating on aptitude and a few basics of main coding, basic coding languages like Java and Python. And I was quite interested in web-based technologies like HTML, JavaScript, and Angular JavaScript. So I was started that also. So coming to my third year and fourth year, I was not concentrating more on my uh, subject-based knowledge. I have concentrated more on aptitude and also software-based languages because I'm from EC, right? So I don't have such kind of subjects. So what I want to say is that if you even have if you even come from any kind of streams, if you have learned some basic coding languages like Python, Java, it's an added advantage to you when you attend interviews. You can even say like, yeah, I'm not from an IT based stream, but still I have learned these technologies. It's like they feel very good. Yeah, if she even came from such kind of background, she's doing in a good way. Like she has some kind of interest. Okay. Yeah, I started learning HTML and JavaScript kind of technologies, and I simply built a few web pages and I added in my GitHub account. So in during interviews, I can say like even I'm from EC background, I have done all these things with added advantage and with a keen interest towards software kind of jobs. You can I have from my view I have done this thing. So every time I used to stress like even I'm from this kind of this thing, if even I'm coming from this kind of stream, I was concentrating on software kind of technologies. Yeah, well, I was my first company I was placed in HCL actually,
Okay.
so off campus. Um, the rounds are like first round is technical interview and followed by a HR interview. But before the technical face-to-face interview, we have an online-based test for HCL, and this is also purely coding-based. It's not related to my own stream. It was related to CSC things like basic coding things like Java, Python, and next a technical face-to-face interview where they have asked a basic questions like Fibonacci series and prime number kind of things, and they didn't stress more in HCL regarding these languages and all. And next followed by technical interview, it was a HR interview. He was asking me like, what are you interested in, what kind of technologies and all, and HR was purely easy. Like they were asking my keen interest, like co-curricular activities and all. And after HCL, I was placed in Infosys. Infosys, it is like in the way the first one will be online based test, and it contains aptitude as well as coding. It covers all the things, like even some easy, stream based questions also they have asked. In first one, it contains technical, both CSE and EC kind of questions, and also aptitude. And nextly, it is technical face to face round, and third one was HR interview. And people think that passing this first online test itself is very difficult for Infosys. Yes, I agree, because it has negative marks so for that reason. And in technical interview, I have cleared my first round, and technical interview, it was very easy. They were asking me like, why you are keen interested in this software kind of jobs, come like that. I was saying, yeah, I was interested. I have done few web pages. I have showed my GitHub account as well. I want to say, if you even don't add any web pages in GitHub, you just say you have that up. I have added my this, because they don't check at the kind of interview at the time of interview.
Sure.
Yeah. Followed by technical interview is HR. Okay, in Infosys, the training for all the employees and all the trainees, the training will be in Mysore. I started system engineer training in Mysore. It contains two parts. One is generic, other one is like stream. Generic is common to all the trainees. Like in generic, we contain basic coding languages like Java, Python, SQL and DBMS. All these four languages will cover in our generic training. Like at the first part, they'll start with a basic thing like Java for the first 1 week. Completed with that, we have something like formative assignment 1, saying objective based exam, and next one is technical online test. It's coding. So objective and coding test. In the same way, in generic, we have 3 formative assignments covering Java, SQL, and DBMS. It is common to every trainee, the generic part. If once we are done with generic, if even every trainee will be giving 2 chances, like because we have negative marks. So we have 2 chances. If we even fail for the first time, they'll be giving second chance. And it's really, some people I have faced, in my friends, they didn't clear the second round. They really went back, because we need to be very careful in this training, because it is very difficult. Okay, after once we clear the generic, the next part will be stream. Yeah, the stream will be different to different trainees. Like it is based on different parameters. They'll just shuffle all the trainees who cleared the first generic part, and stream kind like Microsoft.NET or Java, Linux, or testing. Based on that, we'll be getting different technologies. Even as I said, in generic, we have formative assignments. Even in stream also, we'll be having 3 formative assignments. My stream was Microsoft.NET in that way. And I have cleared my stream also, but we'll be having some locations, right? They'll be asking what kind of location you need during your posting. Yeah. So sometimes now, if they don't, suppose my location was Hyderabad. So there was no sufficient post in Hyderabad that time. So they thought of keeping reskill to few trainees. Like my stream was .NET, right? If I reskill in some more technologies, they'll give me my preferred location. They have mentioned in this way. I felt like, yeah, it's good if I reskill in different technology, and I will get my preferred location as well. So I was reskilled in SAP PIPO integration next. Found only 10 days. Reskill was very 10 days. I was quite fine with that, and I got my location and Hyderabad. I started with my system engineer. For engineer, it went for 1 year, 1.5 years. After system engineer, it's been 3 to 4 months. I have my position changed to senior system engineer. Yeah, I'm currently working as senior system engineer in Infosys with SAP PA and PO technologies, mainly fully based on integration technologies. Okay.
Like, what is your work based on currently?
Okay, my project is kind of Europe-based project.
Okay.
As I said earlier, like I'm working on integration technologies. our platform is purely like a middleware. We'll connect different kind of diverse platforms with different kind of technologies like Delbumi, SAP, PI and PO, like process integration kind of, and next with Pi. Pi is also kind of middleware. These three technologies. In Infosys, as you know, as everyone know, it is a service-based company. People will say like it's good if we are working in a product-based company. No, I don't think it is. There is some difference between service-based and product-based. Yeah, in product-based, every day it is challenging. I agree. In service-based also, it is purely based on what kind of project you are put in.
Yeah.
It's not. You have been into a service based in that way. So it's purely what kind of project you are working on. From the past 1 year, I was working in SAP PIPO technology only. Okay. In our own Infosys itself, like for the past 1 year, I was system engineer. After that, I have just posted to senior system engineer. Suppose if you want to increase your own role, we have something like internal job postings as well.
Okay.
We can apply to that. It will be based on different, we have technical assessments and all for that also. If you just apply and we're having screening test and all, if you pass that, if you clear those down, our role will increase. If we don't even apply to that roles, it's quite fine. Well, our role will increase according to that time. But based on our interest, we can apply to those jobs as well. Yeah.
That's good. So you have explained everything about Infosys, like and the strategy and the work experience in a single stretch. That's good to hear. So, like, what is your interview preparation strategy to crack Infosys? May I know that?
I started stressing more on aptitude firstly, because for every interview, like for every company, for first round is purely based on aptitude.
Yeah.
So I don't remember that site. Yeah, it was India Bits I was using, and one more online based YouTube channel. It was Freshers World YouTube channel I was using.
Okay.
World.com, it kind of. Okay. Explaining every single topic over video, and they'll be giving exercises for the students who are following their pages. I used to take online based exams in some sites, so I can understand. The first one will be time based, like for half an hour we have to cover around 50 questions in that way for some kind of interviews. So I started taking some online exams before the interview, so I can manage the time as well. Okay. Yeah, and that too, you cannot simply, in every company now it is like we have a negative marks as well, so you cannot simply answer every question. You have to be clear enough to answer every question. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is what I was used to take my online exams as well.
Okay. That's good to hear.
Like coming to my 4th year, I was purely not at all concentrating on my easy subjects. I was going to other colleges and all and giving presentations to improve my vocabulary knowledge as well, because we cannot simply concentrate on aptitude and technical. They'll see your how you speak as well. I used to group discussions also. Yeah, I have done few internships as well, because like even if you are 2018 passed out, you're going to join some company in 2019, they're still asking what kind of experience you have. Yeah. I have faced these questions also, what kind of experience you have in any company, because in BTech itself, you'll be going through many internships as well, right?
Yes.
So Essentially is the platform where I have applied many internships. I worked like campus ambassadors to few of the colleges. It is like we are acting as a medium between our college and other college co-curricular activities.
Yes.
So it's like, it's not at all related to our subject knowledge, but simply, yeah, we can communicate to other college. We'll get an idea how those colleges are dealing with all the activities. So yeah, I have worked as a campus ambassador for different colleges. And also I worked as a content writer as well.
Okay.
I say that before you are going to attend an interview, just prepare yourself how to face him. Just stand in front of a mirror and ask your own questions and reply to them. You have to be very confident as well when you're answering something, even it is whether it is right or wrong. You should be very confident. I have faced this kind of issue as well. Like, I have attended many interviews. In one of the interview, suppose it is like X company, I don't want to mention.
Okay.
They were asking me, why are you so interested in this X company? Yeah, I was interested. I don't know any background knowledge of the text. They are asking me who is the CEO of this and when this company started in that way. I just want to say to everyone, like, before you attend a company, just have a basic knowledge of what kind of company it is. So they feel happy. Yeah, this guy know about this and he's very keen interested in this. I just want to say this. Yeah.
These are some great tips. I think it will be useful for everyone who is attending the interviews from now on. And like, what are the resources you currently follow to stay upskill on latest trends and technologies?
Okay. As I mentioned, I'm purely into integrated technologies for now.
Okay.
As I said, I'm working on SAP process integration, process orchestration. It is a middleware tool. The next version of SAP PI and PO is like CPI and HCI, like cloud platform integration and HANA cloud integration.
Okay.
I used to take LinkedIn skill assessments as well.
Okay.
Like, I just used to Google like which are the latest technologies, and I'll just read out of them. I'll just have a PDF. I'll take a basic test whether I'm able to clear this test or not.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is what
That's
I was not concentrating more on latest technologies. As I said, I'm purely into integration technologies. I was concentrating mainly on integration only because, as I said, like, if you really want to grow in career, you just don't want to put always on latest technologies.
Yes.
If you have idea on your own technology, if you go to the depth, it's good. At least if you're good in one technology, it is fine, because we have many coding languages. It's not about coding language, it's about problem solving, right?
Yes, true.
That is what. So I was more concentrating on my own integration technologies only. Yeah, and I recently attended few interviews with my 2.5 experience in Infosys, and I cracked one of other company as well. They way like and I want to say that there are very less companies who are expecting 2.5 years experience candidates. Okay. What I have faced is that everyone need good experience in any one technology. I have applied all the posts with SAP PI and PO only. They were expecting very vast experience for 2.5 experience or 2.5 experience. Also, they were expecting many different questions. What I want to say is that if even you don't have that good experience, you just say, like, I am keen interested in doing these things and all.
Okay, that's good to hear. So have you faced any struggles in your initial days of your career?
Yes. As I mentioned earlier, I was from EC background, right?
Yeah.
My starting days of my training in Mysore, like I have experience in web-based technologies like HTML and JavaScript. I really don't know what is Java, Python. At least I don't know basics as well. So I got an idea like, no, you should not, as I'm from EC, you should not choose a stream to learn web-based technologies. First, learn the basic technologies like Python and Java. It's not like you go through a stream at starting itself. First, learn the basic technologies. So in generic, I face with difficulty. Like, everyone know how to solve the logic, yes, but we need to know the syntax of every language. If once you're thorough with the syntax of Java, SQL, or Python, it's easy to solve the problem. Means I want to say, like, concentrate more on problem solving rather than choosing the technology. Yeah. Once I said with this generic training, I was quite used to all these programming languages. It's fine. And during training, it's like exam-based experience you have, just like giving a question, think to that. But only once you are posted to some location and you're into the real-time project, you'll get to know many things. Like, when I was in training, I used to get a scenario like, do this and do that. And I used to think and I used to answer the question. When I was in real-time project, I felt it's really difficult. Like we have to understand two different drivers, platforms and customers. We have customers and we have to satisfy them every time. So yeah, what I want to say is like purely don't concentrate on technology. Think more on problem solving in an easy way. It will help in your project and all. Yeah, that is what.
It was true, indeed. So, like, what I mean, can you share your work-life balance in Infosys? Like, how it is working under Infosys?
Sorry, work-life?
Work-life balance in Infosys. So, how you are experiencing that?
In Infosys, basically, you have to work for 9 hours, 15 minutes every day. It's a mandatory thing.
Okay.
For girls, we have to leave before 8 p.m. If it is a normal shift, of course, it is based on a project. If whether it is a normal shift, either you have night shifts or all. And I was in a development project, so it is a normal based shift for me, like morning to evening. But every day we need 9 hours, 15 minutes. It is an Infosys rule. And for girls, if they go after 8 p.m., we have to raise a night stay and all. We have to raise a night stay to a manager and they will approve that thing, and in that way it is going. Oh. Like in Infosys, we have, if even I'm in in current project, I can attend different trainings based on my time balancing. I have attended many trainings during my posting itself. It's not like during training only you will learn new technologies. First, after posting into Hyderabad location, I was in bench for almost 3 to 4 months. I want to say, it's not like you will put into project immediately. In between 3 to 4 months, we'll be getting many project calls, but we cannot simply accept every project, but we have to understand what kind of project it is. As a junior, everyone suggested me, like, you first choose a support project. I didn't get what is that. It's good if you are in a development project, but everyone suggests me be in a support project, because in development, if you simply develop something and you give to the next level of team, but in support, you'll get to know end-to-end process. So, like you'll develop the code in the development, and you know how the process will go from each environment, development, test, and how pre-production and production. In that way, you know end-to-end scenario what is happening in support kind of projects. You can deal with different kind of issues as well. So for juniors, I want to say, like, you can choose support project as well as your first project. You don't want to reject those kind of project. Yeah, if once into support project, later you can get into development kind of projects. So,
good to hear from you, Harika. So one last tip for students or aspiring engineers to come into Infosys. What can you suggest people to prepare on?
Okay. Students can be from any background, like any stream, either EC, CSE or EEE, IT, MTech, anything. If they are coming from any background, it's not like they cannot crack an IT job. No, it's not like that. If they concentrate more on communication skills and aptitude kind of things rather than subject knowledge. Yeah, I agree. For the first 3 years, you purely concentrate on your percentage, because many companies keep a point like minimum 60% need a student should have. So you concentrate on your percent as well for the first 3 years. And coming to 4th year, you purely concentrate on applying to different kind of internships and for jobs. Concentrate on giving stage performance, like presentation in front of different people, not just known people, on different unknown people as well, so that you'll get to know how confident you are there to face different people. Yeah. So more concentrate on communication skills when you come to the fourth at the end of your BTech journey. So you can crack different kind of interviews, because interviews are purely not based on technical skills. Yeah, it is based on your communication skills as well. That is what I want to say. Yeah.
I think today, like, we have all got so many useful tips for interview preparation and experience with Infosys. So it was really great that you have in our show. So thank you for accepting my invite again. And I hope it helps many students who are aspiring to be a part of Infosys or any other similar company. So thank you again. So, and thank you for watching this video, everyone. Like, if you like and if you want someone else to get benefit out of it, please share this video and please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video.